Welcome back to Studio Chatter. 9 albums, multiple music competition winner, active performer, and a wife, a mother of 4. Welcome, Cherie Call, to the program. Welcome.
I'm so excited to be here.
We're excited to have you.
Thank you for coming.
We've been waiting a while. You're hard to get here.
Oh, it's been busy, but I'm really glad to be here.
Fantastic.
So, Cherie, you're from Spanish Fork.
I do live in Spanish Fork,
okay.
Yes. We love it here.
And how long have you lived here?
Well, let's see. I guess, so we moved here when my daughter was 1, and she is about to turn 12.
Oh, okay.
So
you've been here
for a little while, yeah.
And you travel across the country performing and singing.
I do travel. My husband travels even more. So now that I've got little ones, I don't tour quite as much as I used to. But yes, our family is kind of a showbiz family for sure.
Oh, does your husband do this with you?
He does sound. That's how we met. Oh. So he was the tech guy for a lot of the things that I was doing. But yeah, he travels a lot for his work too. But but yeah, I do travel a little bit, and I'm kind of getting a little bit back into it now. But for a lot of years there, if you go to cherriecall.com, you'll notice I have a blog called The Stay-at-Home Songwriter, and that's just because of all these years I spent writing songs and posting them from home when I had little kids and I couldn't really do as much touring.
Okay, so tell us how your story started.
Yeah,
you were a teenager.
Well, I've loved songwriting and pop music ever since I was a little girl. I don't know. I'm probably the oldest one here.
Oh no, you're not.
That's so sweet.
But I remember like having my boom box with the blank tape in it and just waiting next to it until my favorite song came on the radio so I could record.
We're with you.
Yeah, so like any like Cyndi Lauper song or the Never Ending Story, those songs when they came on, I had to hit record.
Could totally sing that right now.
So I just love listening to the songs and trying to figure out what made them good songs. And I started writing songs when I was a teenager, and I just really love music, and I've taken a little bit of lessons. I've mostly done things by ear, but I was a music major at BYU. That was, and then I met a lot of just in the media music program there. I met some other friends who we started recording and writing songs together and things. And I've recorded a few things on my own. I've done some things with different record labels, and now I have a family and we all do music, and it's all just fun stuff. I teach songwriting now, which is kind of full circle.
Wow.
And where do you teach songwriting?
I teach down at Snow College.
Okay.
I teach, the music majors are all required to take songwriting. So which was my favorite class at BYU. It's really fun for me to go down to Snow College and be a teacher of that class. And then I also teach for Utah Conservatory of Performing Arts, which is located in American Fork.
Okay, yes.
And those are teens who are taking songwriting, which they have a big program of music theater and a lot of other different things, but I teach a songwriting class there, which is really fun.
So one of your claims to fame here, it says that you have been a 2-time finalist in the prestigious Kerrville New Folk songwriting competition. What exactly is that?
Well, it's a folk festival, just like you can imagine, people in tents and hundreds of people come to go to the different performers, and they camp for weeks actually to see these things. And then part of that festival is a competition. People all over the world actually apply for it, and I've been a finalist twice. I've never quite won it, but other people who have lost like Lyle Lovett lost that competition, so I feel like I'm in good company. But yeah, it was really fun to do those.
And at that type of a thing, do you perform? Okay.
Yeah.
So is there anyone that has taken your songs that you're like so happy about?
Like taken my have I written
like a recording artist that maybe we would know that has recorded it on.
Locally, there have been a few things. Most recently I wrote a song for Hillary Week's most recent album.
Oh, really?
So that's fun.
She's awesome.
I still I've pitched songs to publishers in Nashville to try to get a country hit and things like that, but nothing's quite landed at this point.
That is so
it's
cool,
fun.
though.
It's fun to try.
Oh, and speaking of Nashville, also your bio talks about the Bluebird Cafe. So what have you done there? That's awesome.
So that's a really fun thing. They do Sunday writers' nights, and so for a while, this was actually a while ago when I worked for an airline, I would take advantage of their free flight benefits. I auditioned and they let me come every few months and play on the new writers' nights, and then eventually they invited me to play in the round, which I was really excited that they would do that. And so they just have 4 different songwriters, and you each take turns playing songs. And if you've ever been to the Bluebird Cafe, It's just this intimate space. They get mad at people if they talk while someone's singing. Like it's a cafe, but
that's nice.
they have all these signs. You have to listen. And when I took my mom there, and she was so amazed that I was excited to play there because it's tiny. There's this faded blue awning, but all of the songwriters that you know of, so many of them got their start there.
Right.
Taylor Swift, Garth Brooks,
wow.
Faith Hill. All these people have played there. And so any night of the week, you might see brand new songwriters, or you might see somebody who's written #1 hits for these huge stars, and just any night they're there playing. And so to go and play there, it's kind of like a pilgrimage of sorts, I guess. I was really honored to do that.
And have you just done that one time? Or
I used to play every few months to go on the new writers' nights, and then I was invited to play in the round, and then I lost my job with Southwest and couldn't fly out there as much, and all these other things. It was kind of a snowball of things. I got married and had kids and stuff, and I've been back to Nashville since then, but I haven't played there in quite a while. I'd love to do it again sometime though.
That's cool.
Wow.
What a story.
So what is your vision right now for yourself? Now that even though your kids are growing up, they're still small, what would you like to see yourself
Good
be?
question.
Well, something that's been amazing in my life over the past few years is this idea of figuring out what success really is. And to me, I feel like success equals joy. And so I feel very successful because I love to create. I love to create music. I still continue to record and perform in a way that works well with my family.
That's awesome.
By a lot of standards, some people might think, since I'm not a household name, or I'm not with a head mic doing things on on the VMAs and stuff, I may not be a success. But in my heart, I feel like
that's such a cool perspective.
I have a lot of
9 albums is
I love to teach. I love teaching people. But I love songwriting, and so it just I feel like if I have joy in the things I'm creating and sharing that with people, that's what I consider to be a success. I like sharing it with my children. I love sharing with other people who may go on to be household names. It's fun to teach and do that.
You're
kind of
part
thing.
of that. That's beautiful.
But at age 43, I don't really think I'm going to be the next Britney Spears.
The oldest at this table.
which is quite okay. And we're definitely excited to listen to you perform anyway.
Oh, that'll be fun. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for inviting me. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Good luck.
I want to know what this member of the Utah supergroup, the Lower Lights. Is that a group?
It is. It's a band made up of a whole bunch of different artists who all have their own gig, but it kind of all centers around a studio in Provo called June Audio, and there's a producer we've all worked with, but the Provo music scene, it's launched groups like Neon Trees, Imagine Dragons, and every once in a while we'll get members of them who join us in the Lower Lights for a show or two. But because it's kind of a small world, there's the degrees of separation are small and stuff, but we've all recorded on each other's projects. Most of us that are the core group are people who we've sung and played on each other's albums, and sometimes we go around with 9 or 10 of us. We do hymns and Hank Williams songs and Willie Nelson, just kind of old timey vintage kind of things. So you have to look it up. You have to look it up to see what it is. It's fun. So
All right.
Thank you. I'm excited to hear you.
Yes. Well, that's coming up next. Cherie will sing for us. Don't go anywhere.